Okay, so to use Excel, it's going to be located somewhere in the computer. I find it's easier to use this Windows 7 feature of just typing it in the run box. Especially here, since I don't have control over how the machine's loaded. Maybe your company's user manual would say this is where we put it. Our network wants my credentials. So this is Excel, and down in the lower right corner, I'm just going to zoom it up so we can see it a little bit bigger. And Excel is a spreadsheet that allows us to add numbers. So I'm going to give an example. I'm just typing in text, and whenever I type, I see the box. I don't have to double click in the box. I just simply start typing. So I have food. I have rent. I have fun. And I have gasoline. Okay? And then down here, I'm just going to put the word total. Okay? Now there's this thing they call the ribbon. Now you see right here, this says A1. And way up here, we can see when I click on this cell, this shows A1 here. If I click on this cell, I'm A2. You can see the yellow highlights. Okay. So the cells are all referenced in this grid format. A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth. If I click here and go expense, I can go B and make that bold. So there's different formatting. If I wanted to indent this, I could do that. If I wanted to select 3 of these, I'm left clicking and just dragging. And then we get into the dangerous part of putzing forever. So I suggest no putzing. No formatting until you get it to work, because you can play and resize. So now I'm just going to put some numbers in here. I'm going to spend, let's say I spend $250. Now you could double click. You could click up here and put a number. What's an average rent? 600, 800? 650, right? And fun, 25 bucks. And gasoline, 200. So I don't do much fun. Okay? Now, what I want to show you, and of course there's tutorials you're going to see, so this is kind of the idea of an overview, not exactly what am I going to do. Now I'm going to hit the equals key. When I hit the equals key on a cell, it says this is going to be a formula. And I can do the math such as this. This plus B2 plus B3 plus B4, and it's putting these little selection boxes of color to try and show you what I've selected. Okay? And now that's 1125. If I change this to 0, we see it's 1100. Okay? Well, that's one type of formula. Now I'm going to hit equals, type right over that, and type the word sum. And as I started to type, there's a thing called f sub x here, which stands for insert a function. Oh, are there functions? There are, let's see, show me all the functions. Sine, tangent, average. You thought you might know what an average. There's an average A, average B, there's average if. I have no idea what these are, right? Bin, I do know those, horribly. The chi values, this, the comparison. I'm only in the C's here, okay? You thought you might even know how to count. There's more than one count. Now, let me go to that one that I had. See if I can find it here. Sum. And I'm going to say, give me help on this function. Now, it'll the function adds the numbers that you specify, and you use a colon between them. Then it will usually show the syntax. You could use the commas. So B1, comma B2, comma B5. You don't have to do them in order if you wanted. You can use other things, and then usually they'll show you an example. Apparently the SkyDrive's not working well because the example seems hidden. Can't explain that. Okay, so now I'm just going to go to this cell. I'm going to say sum, parenthesis, and you see then it says, well, show me number 1. See, that just went bold. And I'm going to click and drag through here. Now he says that, oh, it's B2 through B6. Close my parenthesis and there. And now the what if analysis is as I change numbers, it changes the total. The one thing you have to know is if I would change this number, I'd lose my formula. So some people, they will do things like this, or they'll try and make it maybe italic to say, don't change the things that are in italic. You know, it's a total. Okay? And there's really not a good way to prevent that. There are modifiers, like here I can add dollars, and I can play with decimal points. You'll be discovering that. So this is the idea of a basic spreadsheet. Okay? Now, up here, this little, when we tap a cell, this area is where you can enter equations or modify. Okay? So if I wanted to click and add to the word, like rent monthly, I don't have to start all over typing. I can simply go there. Now, if you watch my cursor, it's a big cross right now. I'm going to hover between A and B. You see it becomes an arrow to left and right. If I click and pull, click and drag to the right, I can resize that. So it's good to know how to resize the cells. It's good to know how to put numbers in and how to put formulas in. Now, the use of the videos that I've got, the idea is if you are familiar with it, then go ahead and maybe go to the assignment, and if you get done early, then you'll just be released early. You know, there's certain stuff that we'll go to. So I've got an activity where I show some bowling scores in that way. And when we first start out, it might be okay to do this using the sum or using the addition method. Then as we go further, then we want to make sure we use it. Sometimes you're going to see little things. You'll say, well, I could have done this faster this way, but then I have one where we have like 200 names, and I tell you to alphabetize it. 3 names, you could have just retyped these much faster. And so some of it, you have to understand I'm doing a small demo to show you that it can be done. Okay? Questions on this? Okay. Now hopefully what should happen, or will happen, this demo that I've just done will be, it'll give me a link and I'll put it into the E360 course so you can rewatch this.